Good morning, mate. How are you? Are we really doing another video where we're going to laugh at Liverpool? Are we in any position to do that? Shouldn't we just concentrate on ourselves? They're literally above us in the table, and Arsenal won the league last year. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. Yeah, fucking right, I'm laughing at Liverpool. Are you serious? So what's going on? Mo Salah basically absolutely launched his toys out of the pram yesterday, big time. In very much the Cristiano Ronaldo and Eric Ten Hag sort of style. And I thought, I wonder how the press treated Ronaldo. It was gentler than I remember. It was, to be honest. It was like sad end to an era, blah, 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 blah. And to be fair, they are kind of painting the Mo Salah one in a very similar sort of way. I think it's hilarious how this Liverpool team looks completely transformed from the one that we saw last season, and not in a good way. The balance is all wrong. Mo Salah's gone from being like, you know, a 40-50 goal a season contributor to like a non-entity. He was rightfully dropped from the team, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but clearly he was such a big character in the changing room that was going to start throwing the toys out of the pram, and clearly he hasn't took well to the challenge laid down to him by the manager, and has absolutely decided to phone it in, to be like, nah, I'm done. So the quotes that came out yesterday, interview that he gave after the game, he's been benched for 3 games because he was shit, and he isn't getting back in the team by, well, it doesn't look like he's getting back in the team anytime soon, does it? So he is basically giving it the eyes to get me out of here. I ain't playing. Now what's interesting is you go, okay, now Liverpool did score 3 goals yesterday, regardless. But is he the root of their problems? Is he a factor? Probably is. Morning. He probably is a factor, right? I don't think he's the biggest factor. I think the dysfunction in the midfield is the biggest factor. Something that we as United fans can absolutely align with. But I also think the defence is absolutely shockingly bad. And the leadership being shown by the senior players in there, i.e. Mo Salah, i.e. Van Dijk, is absolutely abysmal. And it's the same sort of things that we saw in the last decade at United when it crumbled. But the way it's crumbling with Liverpool, it is crumbling fast. Now, I'm going to make 2 predictions here. One, they finish lower than United this season. And that's even with me seeing AFCON right on the horizon, where we lose 3 of our best players with no one to replace them. But also the fact that they're going to continue this slide and United aren't going to completely implode at the same time as well. So United, I think, finish above them. Second prediction is they finish lower than David Moyes' Manchester United did. So remember how bad that was. Enough to see David Moyes sacked. And for all of the talk of he won the title last season, he should be given time. Look at the title that he won. Right? Who was your threats? City had a year off because Rodri had a year off. And Arsenal. And if this Arsenal team, by the way, I'm seeing, there was a tweet that I saw, which is you don't have to look for Arsenal fans to say something mad. You just have to wait. There's always a tweet. And there is always a tweet. You know, whether it's that Arteta's recreating the 2009 Barcelona team, whether it's that Arteta's already surpassed Jurgen Klopp in the Premier League. I mean, the fact that he's spent more than Pep Guardiola has in 3 years less and delivered precisely fuck all. Now, what could happen with Liverpool could happen with Arteta. I'm going to be honest with you, I think most managers given £1 billion basically £100 million player in every position, or two £50 million players in every single position, plus academy players. Entire new squad, that, by the way. I think most people would be able to win a title with a big club if you gave them 8 years and £1 billion. Shit, I reckon I'd get top 4 with 8 years and £1 billion. I don't know if I'd actually win it, but I reckon I'm getting 8 years, top 4. I reckon I could deliver that. If anyone wants to give me a try, email address in the description. Anyway, the thing that kept Arteta in the job was that he won the FA Cup in his first 6 months, which is winning what, like 4 or 5 games, something like that, from wherever it was they came in. So you win an FA Cup and you win literally fuck all else. And that FA Cup win bought him time. Now, is that what's happening with Arne Slot? People are attributing Liverpool's title win to him. Now, maybe he came in and he had a bit more of a relaxed attitude than Jurgen Klopp did, and he had a little bit more of a way with the squad where he got a little bit of freedom, and because the message was a little bit different, it was a bit of a fresh air to them, and that invigorated what was, you know, a squad. Liverpool fans love to tell us, oh, fucking Mo Salah's the greatest winger the Premier League's ever seen, and Van Dijk's the greatest defender the world has ever seen, and that midfield's world class and the best goalkeeper the Premier League's ever seen, and fucking Trent's this, that and the other, and how do you know what I mean? They like to go through that entire team and claim everyone's the fucking best of the best. So maybe just a difference in message, and I love this, by the way, because they're like, well, you can't say you won the title with Klopp's team because Klopp didn't even win the title with him. You're like, well, maybe Klopp wasn't as fucking good as you think he was. How about that? How about the board assembled a pretty good squad because he didn't even want Mo Salah, remember that shit? So maybe he ends up getting given time because he won a title. I actually think it's worse. If you win a title and end up in the bottom half of the fucking table the season after, that's insane. That's not the same if it's Leicester, because you go from a team that's flirted with relegation, win a title, and now you don't have the squad to be able to compete in Europe and domestically. That's one thing. But if you're Liverpool that play Champions League football season in, season out, and you win a title and then come bottom half the next season, things are wrong. Especially when you give the manager 500 million to spend in the summer. So we're laughing at Arsenal as well today. You're fucking right we are, yeah? Because I said it about a month ago on Rio's pod. Put the champagne back. Arsenal fans who think I've literally seen them say, we're going to win the lot. You've won fuck all, by the way. And someone nailed it. Like, they've got the ego of Real Madrid and the fucking playing abilities of Blackburn. Arsenal should piss this league. Liverpool have folded already, absolutely out of the race. United was never in the race. Tottenham are Tottenham. Manchester City have not been good, and they're 2 fucking points behind you. And Aston Villa, I think, now are 3 points behind you. And let's be honest, Chelsea could even win this league still from where they are, and they're shit too. Arsenal have had the easiest run at it. And they'll be like, oh, but we got 90, who cares how many points you got? That just shows how crap the fucking league is. When the teams at the top are taking that amount of points off the teams at the bottom, there's a disparity in the league. And the league is not that good. It's as simple as that. So, Arsenal, bottlers, Liverpool, absolute circus, meltdown, central. And this is the argument now. The fans have started turning on them. The media has started to turn on them. The likes of Carragher starting to turn on the manager. They're fucking eating their own, lads. I am so here for it. Absolutely so here for it. I can't wait to see how this unfolds. Genuinely. Cannot wait to see how this all unfolds. Now, why am I doing it this morning? Well, I'm doing it before United fuck it all up for me tomorrow night. That's why. Because everything points to United ballsing this up. I mean, United should be home and hosed in terms of finishing above Liverpool already. The amount of games that we've thrown away. But United are like brand new projects still. You know, no one's sitting around calling anybody in this United squad the greatest ever anything. Meanwhile, Liverpool can't keep their hands off their own dick, touching themselves about themselves. Absolutely fucking chocolado. Anyway, off to the gym. Moving you one stage further in your training, we are now back to weighted vest walks. 30-pound weight vest on. Getting ready for Danny Ray's Tactical Backyard Ultra in May. Trying to wear a weighted vest on all my walks. 30 pound. It's not killer, but it adds up, you know what I mean? It adds up. So, helps stiffen the tendons, a little bit of lower limb strength. Wear it for 6 months. I think what we have to wear is only 25 kg as well. So 25 pound. So it's a little bit lighter than this. So hopefully by the time I come to do it, don't feel like I'm wearing anything, which is good news, isn't it? Because that's going to be an absolute nightmare. It's a 4.167 mile loop with an hour to do each loop, so just a smidge above 15-minute miles, which I'm walking now about 3.5 miles an hour, so get a bit of a trot on like that and you'll piss it. But can you keep doing that hour after hour after hour? And you have to pick the pace up a couple times, maybe have a little bit of a jog so you can get back into the aid station, get some food and water down you, and then start your lap again. There's tactics involved in a Tactical Backyard Ultra. But yeah, that's that, innit? So I missed my weights on Friday. So today is deadlifts. Deadlifts is normally Friday. So today we're doing deadlifts, which means tomorrow's gonna suck because tomorrow's legs. So it's deadlifts into legs tomorrow, which is not nice. But we are hitting 5K. Now, progression on the 5K, going okay. Did 3K at 7.5 mile an hour and then upped it to 10 mile an hour. So 7.5 mile an hour is about a 5-minute 1K. So it's a steady jog. And then try to kick it up into 10 mile an hour. And I didn't have the capacity. I don't know if it was mechanical capacity. I don't think it was lung capacity because my heart rate never got super spiky, but I couldn't hold on at the pace. And that is a 3:44 kilometre pace, which I can do. I can get down to a 3-minute kilometre pace. So that was weird that wouldn't hold. So the last 300 metres, I had to drop it back down to 7.5 mile an hour to finish. So I was a bit pissed off about that. But I am only back to running 5Ks like last week, so maybe I shouldn't be so hard on myself. But, you know, impatience and running and all that sort of caper. There is a video coming out at 12, which is a centre-half scout report on Jeremy Jacquet, if you want to go and check it out. If you've not already, go check out the navigation video that I did over on House and IRL. And otherwise, have a good Sunday. See you in a bit.